Good morning. So you may remember when we were in New Zealand, Joe burned his leg on the muffler of the van we were renting. Well, I just barely caught it happen on film.
Mother.
What happened? Did you touch the muffler? You okay?
I think I didn't swear in the church parking lot on video.
Before we left New Zealand, he did it again. Same exact spot, burned his leg. And then he forgot, after we got back to Samoa, that he had a burn there. And he thought it was a bug bite, and he scratched it, and it got infected. And he's been trying to treat it with some Neosporin. We brought over a triple antibiotic ointment. It's actually expired though, so we're not sure if it's been helping. We had Bactine we're putting on it, hydrogen peroxide. He's been trying to keep it clean. He's had bandages on it, and the bandages caused another sore on his leg. And that also has been inflamed and not healing well. Nothing's healing well. And then I had the flu briefly, lasted like 4 days. And then he got it, but his only lasted like 2 days. But I had high fever and chills and aches and stuff. And in the middle of the night last night, he woke up with fever, really cold, came downstairs to sleep instead of upstairs in our room, just out of it, dizzy, aches, chills, fever. His fever, we just checked, is 40 degrees Celsius, which is 104 Fahrenheit. I'm telling him I think that maybe he's getting staph infection or something like that because of the infection on his leg. So I'm dragging him to the doctor right now. He doesn't want to go. He's like, no, I'll be fine. Anyway, he wanted to shower and clean his leg before he goes. So I put a chair in the shower, and he's sitting down showering himself right now. Then we're gonna go to the doctor that his mom used to see and see what she says, maybe get him some antibiotics. Hopefully the staff here aren't too resistant to antibiotics and that he can get better quickly. But staph infection is scary if that's what it is. I've known people who die really quickly from crazy little seemingly harmless wound. We don't need any of that here. Let's get you better, Joe. Okay, he is out of the shower. His wound is exposed, so I'm gonna show you, but I have a really queasy stomach. I would not wanna see this. I've had to work up to seeing it. So if you have a queasy stomach, look away. I'll tell you when it's safe to come back. So that is the initial burn, the big one. And then that little one he got from the bandage pulling at his skin, but neither of them will heal. It's been like 3 weeks. We need to get this taken care of. You can't die on me, Joey.
Ooh-wee. Whew. Yeah, that stings the nostrils. Ah.
Okay, it's safe to look again.
I don't feel good. I have 104 temperature. I'm really dizzy, really tired, cold and hot. Ready to go home.
Yeah, he's hot.
Ready to go home.
We're at the doctor Joe's mom goes to. It's a nice little clinic. And doctor says staph infection. Poor Joey. She gave us a prescription for a 7-day antibiotic that she says should clear it up, and to get more new unexpired triple antibiotic ointment and keep it bandaged, so hopefully he gets better fast. I don't like when Joey's sick.
What do I believe? What makes me feel it to write you this song? 2 hours a day, 5 months and a year. Oh, I loved you too long.
So the doctor recommended this as a new pharmacy called Alpha Cafe and Chemist. I've never been to a cafe and chemist before, but it's much closer to us than the ones down in town, so we'll see. Hopefully they have what we need.
You keep blowing me out, I keep holding you in. I keep asking myself, oh, why do you still hurt? Why do you still hurt? Who's wrong and who's right? I cannot decide, 'cause I'm sober tonight.
So super nice people in there. They just opened a month ago and it's really nice and clean. They let me film in there so you guys can see that, and they opened the cafe also, which is right next door. They're not in the same, the chemist isn't also flipping burgers in the back or anything, but it's really nice. And if you had to wait for a while for your prescription, you could get a snack in the cafe, but they were really fast and they have nice hours. They're open some nights till 6 and some nights till 8, so that's kind of unusual for Samoa, so that's really nice. So thanks, Alpha Cafe and Chemist. So this week has been a week for health problems. Joe with his staph infection almost, I keep telling him, I'm like, I saved your life because I drug you to the doctor when you wouldn't go. And now Ammo today, her and Evangeline were running around playing and she hit her head on like a windowsill and cut it open. I can't even like look at it. I do not do well with blood at all. But one of our friends who's a doctor told Joe to use her hair to tie it up, kind of like stitches, and then put super glue over it. So we've been trying to call all these clinics and pharmacies and places to try and find glue for cuts, and everywhere closes here at 1 o'clock on Saturday. Today happens to be Saturday. But Mina's came in handy for us once again. We love you, Mina's. Super glue for 70 cents. So awesome deal. So now I'm gonna go home and hopefully Joe can do his little hair braid stitch surgery and put the glue on and not need my help.
Earlier today, just like a few minutes ago, Ammo banged her head against the wall, and so she has this nice little cut. It's Saturday, clinics are closed, the hospital's open, but we're a little nervous about that, so I checked with a couple of my doctor friends and nurse friends and asked them what we should do, and they suggested a thing called the hair apparition technique. The hair apparition technique, finally. So that's what we're gonna try. So here's the wound. Ugh. So it's a pretty big wound. It's about an inch, and it's about 1/16 of an inch deep. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay Ammo on top of the counter here, wash her hair out in the sink, wash the wound out in the sink, and start the hair apparition technique. I think I'm saying that right, hair apparition technique. So these are my tools that we're using. They include rubber gloves, standard tweezers, and this little doohickey that you use for coloring your hair. I'm gonna use this to separate Ammo's hair a little bit so that I can get it on either side of the wound, and use this also, see which one works better, and put on my glasses so that I can see everything that needs to be done. My tools have been sterilized with isopropyl alcohol and fire isopropyl alcohol again.
What do I believe? What makes me feel it to write you this song?
So a lot of the hair has been matted down because it bled for a few minutes while I was trying to get the bleeding stopped. And so she just got out of the shower a few minutes before she bonked her head on the wall. And so now her hair has like a lot of blood in it. So I'm gonna try and rinse that out first and then rinse the wound out also.
2 hours a day, 5 months and a year. Oh, I loved you too long.
So our camera lady's a little weak stomach, so she's sitting over yonder. So now Zara is taking over camera duties while we do this.
You keep blowing me out, I keep
can't move,
I
okay?
keep asking myself, oh, why do you still hurt? Why do you still hurt? Who's wrong and who's right? I cannot decide, 'cause I'm sober tonight. I cannot escape. I'm here till it breaks. Oh, how my heart aches. You keep blowing me out, I keep holding you in.
Okay, what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to get some strands of hair on each side of the wound separated out so that I can kind of tie them together on either side of the wound and then use those as a suture. Keep in mind, I am not a trained professional. This is just what I was recommended to do by trained professionals and the help of YouTube.
I keep asking myself.
I'm trying to twist it a little bit to get to make it more taut like a suture would be. So you see, are you zoomed in there? Are you close? Can you see? Good?
Yeah.
Okay, Alisha, hold this strand over here. Tighter, Alisha. So I'm just blowing on it so that the super glue sets. It's set. Now I gotta go for the second one. I think we should be good with just two.
Emma, you are so tough.
Still rolling the dice, still hoping to find a future for me. I'm still in this fight. I pray for the night to go easy on me. You keep blowing.
Okay, so then we finish it off with a little bit of triple antibiotic ointment.
I keep asking myself, oh, why do you still?
And we're done. So, good job, Mama. You did so good.
I almost passed out from this side.
Amour. Tough kid.
Toughest 4-year-old on the planet.
Super, super tough. Thank you to our camera woman. Thank you to our stitch holder.
The other camera woman.
Biggest thank you to the star of the show, Amaryllis. And her massive cut. Good job. Now where do we get to go?
Ice cream.
Ice Kulimi, that's right.
Give me a big thumbs up.
Emma's medicine for her head. This is what she gets. You happy? Huh? As a follow-up, got to give you guys an update on how my leg is doing and how Ammo's head is doing, because those two things kind of happen like near the same time, and we just want to let you guys know that everything is a-okay. So first we're going to take a look at my leg. So as you can tell, here's the small wound and here's the large wound, and the scab has completely fallen off. It's been about 2 weeks now, and it's still a little purple and a little bit tender to the touch, but overall it doesn't hurt at all. So thank you to the antibiotics. I don't even remember which ones I took, but they work splendidly, and happy to say that everything is okay. Now for ammo, that was a little bit tricky. You know, I kind of did that with, it's called the hair apportion technique. I showed you guys what we did to it. So here, let me show you what it looks like now. So as you can tell, here's Ammo's wound. This is the super glue that's in her hair in the 2 spots, but they're completely detached from her head. The actual wound is actually completely healed now and doesn't hurt at all anymore, right, Ammo? Daddy do a good job? All right, time to go to school. You ready?
Also, tomorrow was my birthday.
Lucky girl. Love you. So if you enjoyed this video, I know it's kind of a funny one and it's kind of gross and a little bit gory. Sorry about that, but hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up. Please consider hitting the subscribe button, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Pas